So that's number 15, be a clear piece, and that's the direction if there's a direction. And then I take, and this happens to be a piece of glue chip. It's had glue dried on it and it creates a floral pattern. And since I want that floral pattern to the front, I'm going to glue this on like that so that that top piece comes out with the floral pattern. This is a carbide tip cutter, and you just take and score it. You don't use a tremendous amount of pressure, just a nice clean cut. This is a pair of running pliers. You can see that they push up in the center and down on the two sides. So I turn this to where it stops, and I back it off a little bit. That keeps it from crushing the glass. So then I squeeze gently. Sometimes it goes all the way and sometimes it doesn't. Once I got out of the service, we came back here and ended up running a motel, Alpine Trail Ridge Inn, for 40 years for a Horner family. And we'd be there 6 months of the year, and then we'd move back to our house, and then go back to the motel. So every 6 months we moved. It's sort of ironic. This friend grew up on the guest ranch, and they moved every 6 months from the winter house to the summer house. So here she marries me, and she ends up doing the same thing. But I would do glass in the wintertime. We'd have it for sale there in the summertime at the motel. I'd sell a fair amount, take orders, and my costs were reasonable. My prices were reasonable because I didn't have a high overhead. Didn't have a fancy shop, things like that. Once I got into it, I found out I had a real knack for it. I'm not a car person. A lot of my friends were restoring cars. I just don't have that affinity for metal. Turns out glass is my medium. I tried doing a car, but it just didn't work out too well. People say, well, do you think I'd like to do stained glass? And I said, well, do you like to do jigsaw puzzles? Oh, I don't have the patience for that, somebody says. And I said, well, you don't try stained glass. Because basically what this is a glass jigsaw puzzle. It can be tedious. It's a lot of fun though. And when you get going, and especially when I'm doing the church windows and there's speakers in them, and several hundred pieces, you start getting these people building up on the table. But it's like I'm creating people. This is copper foil. And it has paper backing, and it's got this foil that has adhesive on one side. What I'm doing is I'll put lead on the outside so I'm not foiling the outsides. But I used to have to do this by hand and just put it on there and try and get it even.
Sure.
I still have to do it on some things. But this is just the cat's meow as far as saving time and making it much more regular. The copper foil that's on each side, and that creates a surface then the solder will stick to. Let's see how this all fits.